Breaking news! There is a new act called the Consumer Guarantees Act 1993 coming into effect as of today. The Consumer Guarantees Act consists of rules relating to the consumer protection and sets minimum guarantees for goods or services which they have purchased. The Consumer Guarantees Act applies to all suppliers in trade and the goods and services sold to their consumers. Suppliers in trade refers to those that provide these goods or services on a regular basis. Consumers are defined as individuals, companies, and other legal entities which consume goods and use these services for purposes that are ordinarily acquired for personal, household, or domestic use or consumption. However, there are some circumstances where the Consumer Guarantees Act does not apply. Acquiring can include purchases, exchanges, lease, hire, or even gifts obtained. Say you bought a fridge and it came with a free toaster. The toaster would also be covered under this act. Though the Consumer Guarantees Act does not hold for goods or services that are resupplied in trade, some businesses can be regarded as consumers, provided the goods or services they buy are used for ordinary purposes, such as buying a microwave for your company staff to use to heat up their food. Now I'll pass it on to reporter Sarah to elaborate on this.
So what does the guarantees part of the Act mean? When you as a consumer purchase goods for your personal use and find that they don't work, they broke easily, or didn't do what you wanted them to do, you may be covered under the CGA. Because under Section 1A of the Act, consumers have certain guarantees when acquiring goods from a supplier, such that the goods are reasonably safe and fit for purpose and are otherwise of an acceptable quality. These guarantees do not apply to you if you are told of the product's defects before you buy it, if you use the product in a way that is inappropriate or excessive, or if the product you are consuming is bought for commercial use. You as a consumer also have certain guarantees with the services that you consume, that those services be carried out with reasonable care and skill, fit for the particular purpose you asked for, carried out within a reasonable time frame or the time frame agreed upon, and are charged for at a reasonable price.
When goods do not comply with guarantees, the consumer may obtain damages from the manufacturer for any reduction in the value of goods or for any loss or damage to the consumer or other person. If the consumer is entitled by an express guarantee by the manufacturer must repair the goods or replace them with goods of an identical type. Now we're going to pass on to our reporter Sarah on site at Parliament.
Thanks, Sukdeep. There is no contracting out of the CGA except for business-to-business transactions. This is provided that it is in writing, that the goods or services are being supplied and acquired in trade, and that both parties are in trade and have both agreed to contract out of the provisions of the CGA. It must also be fair and reasonable that the parties are bound by the provisions in the agreement. This is Sarah. Back to you guys.
Section 32 outlines situations where a service provided by a business does not comply with the guarantees. If the failure can be corrected, the business must set right the failures within a reasonable time frame. Otherwise, if the business refuses to correct the failure within a reasonable time period, the business must cover the cost for a third party to come and perform the service correctly. Additionally, the consumer has the right under Section 35 of the Act to cancel their contract with the business due to its failure at performing the service, as long as it adheres to the rules of cancellation outlined within Section 27 of the Act.
For more information, visit the official legislation website. Matt will be here with the weather after the break.